It's tarot time. Tarot time with your beloved host, Tina Chandler. Period. Okay, well, what do we want to start with? Maybe like how we look first. Oh my god. Flyways forever. Okay, that's why I should try doing my ends. Something like that. It's good. It's natural. All right. Expanded fine panel of the Infinite Eight. Is this Operation Empress Diaries? Yes. No. It is a yes. Ouija Tina says yes. Okay, so Operation Empress Diaries number. What number is it? 28, because 27 was the Hermit card. And then 28 would be 10, Destiny. Ooh, what's going on around me? So relative to my, Destiny, I'll just speak for myself, is, I gotta know what's going on. So, new environment, receptivity, in full effect. Look at that. Receptive to the crowd. Okay. I got out of hanged man mode, and not only am I unbound, unrestricted. I'm unrestricted. Yes. No. I'm no longer blacklisted. That means. Anyway, this is wonderful. On the right side, the doing side is like, oh, stole it from us. But if you look at like the comprehensive picture, it's like somebody thinks that they stole something from me in their doings, but then like you see how this gray horse, I just noticed it's a gray horse. Anyway, how it kind of blends in with the smoke, like as I was showing it. So it's like, it's part of the picture, but at the same time, it's like my vehicle, like the clouds, you know how you can scry and Mother Nature tells you certain things, whatever. Anyway, this bowl of like water that you would scry into the sky, the precipitation sparsed out in clouds, that's like that's another version of scrying. But anyway. But like these are almost like messengers, bodies of water. So basically they're human form outside, like human form turned inside out. So it's like, this is like watching. This is like the energetic, like I'm around, I'm clocked in. I'm noticing certain things, but at the same time, it's not like, if you could like interpret cloud language or like water language, from one element to another, the dialogue, etc. But that's what it's showing me here. Okay. I don't think there's anything really lost in translation, but let's find out. Let's go. What's lingering? What's going on here? Okay. What's going on around me that I don't see and I'm not seeing? I gotta know. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Love, you see? This is so foreign to me. It's like a lot of suitors. You see, you're already like in a commitment, and there's still more. It's like, hey, you got backup, Tina. I got backup. That's crazy. So what's going on around me? So it's like spotlight. Like there's one particular union, partnership, etc. Like in low grade terms, I can call this partnership, but with this in the background, and then like the Sun card in reversal right after the Two of Cups with this following it, like there are like a lot of competitors, like a lot of, yeah, that's crazy. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands upright, holy smokes, people are stepping up. Yeah, holy crud, these are different personalities too. Yeah, I don't see these things because they're not normal to me. They're not natural. They're just not normal to me just to encounter. So looking at that, there are some, okay, so when I turned it over, like when it's opened up to the deck, it actually looks like this. So some suitors are actually turned away. They're like, never mind. Some people are like, oh, that's who you're with. Never mind. Yeah. So that's interesting. I thought I should give new opportunities, give myself the opportunity of new opportunities, you know? So that's where I'm at. I mean, we can question things all day. We can be the current all day, but at some point, you got to live your life and stop with like the guessing games played out in several acts. So that's what it's showing me here. Okay, what else is going on around me that I don't see, that I don't notice, that I need to pick up on? I need to put on. I opened up my bag so I could put on some, so I could pretty up. Look, at work, I've been exchanging things with people all. Oh, my lip thing, it's gone. That's okay. It's still stuck. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, at work, I've been letting go of things. I've been letting go of things more easily than usual, and with no, this time with no like bearing to like how people are going to, whether or not people are going to really like, I know the people that I'm giving them to appreciate stuff, but at the same time, like, I remember when I was in a position where I don't know, I guess I've always seen the pattern of whenever I give things away to people, it's almost like it's created this superstition that they do me wrong, do me harm, like there's some sense of betrayal, and you can't live in fear like that. So it's just like, let's just, you know, each and everyone like their own. So I just figured I'd go with that, and it's time I let go of some things, and I have a legit reason like in mind when I, you know, set off with these things. So it's like a formal goodbye to the thing, the energetic thing, and the results. I don't know. No, I don't think I have to find the right word for it, but the outcome, yeah, of giving. And so it's just like that normal release, like, oh, it's just kind of like vanished. So anyway, that's what I've noticed. It's a good thing. So anyway, what brought attention to that was because this little choker for I got one back. Actually, there were trade-offs yesterday that were decent, good. Like, I know that the girls appreciated it so much that they felt the need to give back to me in some way. And so they did. So we did a little barter thing. That was nice. That was nice. Next card up is what? Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is, well, I mean, can you say this is an investment in self? I'd say like investment towards growth, personal growth, acknowledging the act of letting go of things. So, and you know, like, I think I have a control problem. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so like I give, that, you know, like, what do you call it? Workbook studies and having to let things go and then walk away, you know, walk away from the results. Like, okay, give you time, whatever, you know. I don't want to force anything upon you. I don't want to give you the impression of anything questionable because of how I was set up when I received those items. And so who I'm dealing with are, you know, fellow practitioners, and we're not like, it's safe to talk about things, but at the same time, we're not telling of everything. At least I'm not. So it's good, like, to kind of trade off notes and get an idea of people's personality, and you know. So anyway, yesterday was just strange. Actually, yesterday was really surprisingly like giving. And I don't know what to say about that. All right, I'm trying to get straightened up here. Okay, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, now shuffling on screen. What's going on around me that I don't see? I started off this thing feeling concerned, but like all these cards, holy smokes, look. It's coming. It's the Queen of Wands facing the emphasis card, the stressing out card. So it's like, freaking magical. But then you're stressed out. Like, what? You know, like how perfectionists are like, if I don't put in this much effort, if I don't, like, you know, cross my T's, dot my I's, and, you know, be like more complete about, like, more comprehensive to like what my vision is, then yeah, this is kind of like Virgo-esque. Yeah, it's like, if I don't, it's not like if I don't do it, then it won't be done. This is more like, if I don't do it like this, like how I, you know, envision my thing to be, then it's not going to have its like oomph. It's a natural oomph, but there's a natural oomph anyway built into the Queen of Wands. So it's like, there's some sort of superstition that if you don't invest as much, if you don't put as much time in or whatever, that it wouldn't come into fruition, you know, as fruitfully as it normally would. So yeah, I think there's like some hidden script, some background script playing, which, yeah, I think there's like some psychological twist to this. Yeah. So, oh, okay. So for the past couple of days, my eye has been twitching, my right eye, and I forgot what that means, except that it means, you know, like, just bluntly, you know, stress. It's bodily stress. More so having to be associated with sleep. I'm like, I'm getting enough sleep. It's just not as consecutive as I'd like. The hours, as you know, a normal person. So that's the only thing I feel like. Maybe it's, should I tell them? Yes? No. No, I mean, there are certain personal things that are just like, I feel like none of anybody's business. But there are hidden stressors here. Just calling that to attention. Oh, you know, looking at this picture, it's like, it's that quilt right there. Have you ever tried to quilt? Holy smokes, and like the level of perfection. I just never, like, to have to duplicate certain angles, never interested me, but I always admired the artistry of, let's say, quilt work. But so I always found it frustrating, the detail, you know, in order to like go to bed at night, like finish that quilt, you know, it's like, well, it's not done yet, or it's, you know, it's, there's something about it there. It's just a fucking blanket, you know what I mean? So anyway, there's that. So anything that is really weighing on me is rather trivial, is what they're saying. So even, let's say, with this thing that doesn't seem relative, though is correlative, correlative, oh my god, to the previous action, which is investing in self, on knowing how to let go, like not just going through the motions of it, but like really feeling right, like, yeah, good, I feel lighter now. I'm glad that other people are happier. Like, it, you know, they express the joy that I experience upon receipts, when I thought I received them from a good person with good intention. And so, you know, like, just to transfer that and like set the precedence of transmutation of energy, is like, the job is already done, like 90% of the way. So all that like is left is that 10% of their own intention, left to free will. So that's what I do when I'm just like kind of let go. And I never really boiled it down to a function like that, but that's what it sounds, that's essentially, if I had to describe it, that is good. So, yeah, so it's good practice for the things that I'm not seeing that are rather trivial. Mm-hmm. One thing affects the other. Okay, what things are going on that I do not, I don't see? Because, like, there's something different about this challenge of channeling now. Like, I'll read cards and I'll do the pendulum. I tried the pendulum. It's been a long, long, long time since I've took that out. It was rather tangled. I had to show it some appreciation, the practice. And so I checked my pendulum in an environment at work anyway, to see like what the energy was like, if there was any kind of like interference or any kind of like deterrent or whatever. And I guess it's dependent on what question or the relative people surrounding that question is asked. That's what I noticed. And so when I feel the energy, like I know for a fact it should be correct, but that's why I feel like some people are lying to me. So anyway, what just came out, I didn't even know, Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there's something that I'm missing, but let me see here. The Five of Pentacles isn't always standard. Like it's not knowing that, how do I say it? Like, okay, some people describe it as like, okay, well, you know, there's warmth in this church, in this establishment, though these people like don't realize that it's almost like a nonverbal welcome. So they kind of assume that they're not included in this all-inclusive type of group. So they feel kind of like at a lesser point, and it's another version of lack mindset. So it could be that like a billboard is placed like kind of like on blast, but I'm not seeing it for what it is, you know, because there's an automatic separation from, you know, prior experiences. Maybe when people step out of that establishment, they're not like as holy as one would think. So that kind of also sets the precedence. They got a flavor of it already. Okay, so I've been left out of circles many a times, and that was, I think, a good piece in figuring out how to pace myself with people. Yeah, and also engage in risks, like, you know, trials, like as far as giving people little tester experiences. Yeah, that's what I do. See how they'll respond to it. Like at work, like earlier this week, I think, they, you know, they took orders for like, you know, they did catering, right? And then what happened? Oh, I was like, oh gosh, that's too, I had already eaten beforehand. Like I normally, like I've become more disciplined to taking care of myself. So I've got that part figured out, but like, it's nice to have, you know, something, whatever. But I told them that it was like too heavy for me right now. So it was fine. And the other girls were like, you're just like munching down, like, oh God, thank God, whatever. I'm like, do you know who did this? Was it the establishment or was it this person that, you know, took the orders? And they're like, I don't know. And some didn't even answer because they were too involved, excuse me. And I'm like, but don't you want to know who it came from? And I'm like, no, it was fine. I was like, why? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not people of the same like mindset. I'm not saying like I'm better than anybody, but I'm not with people of the same mindset, like dominantly speaking. Like the people that I found most comfort with in that environment, like the closest to friends that you could possibly associate you know, that term with. I was like, wow. I was like, that's even, I don't even know how to describe it. I was just, you don't even know, in my mind I was thinking, you don't even know who you want to thank for it. Like, are you even saying thank you? And even if you're a practitioner, aren't you, like, don't you want to be mindful of, like, who's, you know, who's treating you, and like what the intentions are, like, just to double check, like, in your normal world, don't you, like, you know, hopefully I'm inserting like little snippets of best practices to some of these people, like, so that when big shit comes, you know, in their realm, that they can, you know, navigate a little better. So that's only, like, I'm just concerned, like, you don't, like, just down to the basics of courtesy, excuse me. And so that was like kind of a rudish awakening, but not personalized. So anyway, okay, what's going on around me? So I just sense that there's like a different version of fake around me, which is like, you know, okay, so what opened up to this? Knight of Pentacles, with Ace of Pentacles in reversal, opening up to the Four of Swords. So, okay, so there's incoming money, like another golden ticket. Oh, like right behind here is this, like, and then right behind it, I think. Oh my God. Okay, never mind. Forget it. The cards went on blast. Okay, so right behind it was the Hierophant, and then the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right. So wait, what was opened up to that originally? Oh, the Four of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Well, it got lost somewhere in here, but it went back into the deck. Four of Swords. So yes, yeah. So same with that story. When you're when something is being delivered to you, and it's like, you know, a gift, an unexpected gift, you have to, like, the Four of Swords is putting some thought into, like, putting some time and thought into what normally is like a complex or big decision. So that's what it's prompting. I mean, these are basics too. You know, they say safety first. This is a different way, like, refining the dialogue of, like, how people should treat you. Upon the receptivity portion of it. Yeah. So when people have intentions, like giving you something with intentions, it's setting the tone for what you will and will not receive, like, from that. Yeah, because it's like, it's bright, it's there, it's blaring, it's gold, it's like you can't miss it. So, like, it's a huge shiny object. Like, the pentacle is blended into the background almost so that it's like translucent, transparent. So okay. So even so wait. Okay, so I'm like, why would they even say that? Okay, so they're saying that even with the offers, like the offerings, the gifts, the unexpected surprises that come along your way, even with them being in good intention, to still work with it in that capacity, because you have to also consider yourself in the picture, let's say. And I don't know why I feel like there's weird interruption. It's like, I feel energy, but it's like, I don't know, it feels empty, like around but empty. I don't know, like lingering. It's weird. yeah, so you have to consider yourself in the picture. So like, is this something that I do want to receive? Is this something that like I do want to engage with? Like, do I want to like, um, let's say like you're with somebody for a long time and they finally pop the question. Something that you want to like sit and think about it too, not just because like, oh, I invested all this time, so it's a yes. Okay, of course, yeah, of course you, yeah. So um, it's just like, let's touch base with Tina again. Yeah. So this is like, just because of the just because like the offering is transparent, it it's not always like pointing the finger to this energy. Like, is it good? Is it legit? That's not always the question in mind. So that's what they're saying. Okay. So what's going on around me? Like, so some really great things that again are still taking the cup, taking the win basically over any like oogity boogities around the way. Okay. Anything else that I should know? Like, what's going on around me that I don't see? King of Wands in reverse. This is an underground networker. Point of contact, yes. Yeah. I didn't want to label this as a player, but I did a double check on it, and it was a no. So this one is, yeah, definitely an upstanding one, but like more so, they're known for like underground connections. So that is an access point. It was right in my lap, like, crisscross applesauce style. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is definitely someone they could probably channel too. Yeah. If they really like, there's something about like they have a backbone for it, like the knack for it. Yeah. This person has a knack for that they do for channeling. So, but this is very private, like blocked off energy. Yeah. Oh, this is this is like top secret is such like a like comical word for it, but it is private. Okay. Yeah. Like, even if I know it, I shall pretend like I don't know it. That's what it says. it's 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 asking, no, it's prompting for compliance before we go any further. Yeah, to the discretion. And it cut to that, and so justice and the what is it, the paradigm shift. Yeah. So whatever this contact is, like, because this could be a multitude of entities, not just a singular. So if you see it in your closest proximity, they're saying then you can get an idea for the deviations of it on the externals. So rest, like this is a phase in your life where you're, like there's a transition period. This is very, like, it's protective though, it's like, hold all, love interest stuff aside. This is almost like masculines, whether like in a female or they or, natural he, positioning. They assume the role of like big brother, big sister type of energy in protecting. So like when it comes down to it, that's the like MO. That's the initiative. Yeah, okay. Anything else? What's going on around in my environment that I should be aware of? This one. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Well, I mean, this could be overspending, but I know there's, yeah, there's got to be spending first, you know what I mean? Like, there's not, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is more like a hiatus thing, but it could be, hold on. Let's get a clarifier, yeah? No clarifier. They said just, this is practice, just to use your intuition on this, okay? And feeling out the energy. I can just work off of that. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in reversal. Okay, so because of the transparency, I think this is just how the cards are illustrated in these decks. Maybe the Pentacle energies, just that, where the background is highlighted. But I don't know. I hardly use this deck. It's I just resurfaced it. So it's associating itself, linking itself to this card. So it's like I'm hauling that in this with practice. Yeah, there's some sort of magnetism, like with, let's say this is the grown up Page of Pentacles, investing in self. Okay, so it's in reversal, but I'm the Queen of Pentacles, excuse me. Why do I keep spinning? Anyway, okay. So this is investing in what I love. Okay, so, but then bringing that in. Okay, so this is kind of the vibe of the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, like say no more, say less, you know. It's you don't need to do anymore. So there's these like events that are coming up too, and I was just telling one of the girls, I was like, okay, I gotta get this thing figured out before I can set my mind back into creative mode. Right now I'm in practical mode because I've got dues, I got bills to pay, I got like, you know, just the basics to cover with only a few days left in the month. And rather than freaking out about it or like buckling at the knees and or like having a breakdown, it's trivial. You know, they're just exchanges in life, you know, boiled down to a physical sense. So I'm not in the arrears as so like people like chasing me after, you know, but like there's no like sense of mafia there. I've like, how do I say, I've adjusted my mindset in receptivity when it comes to answering to the world authorities. So if I got bills due or whatever, like, you know, like maybe as not as luck would have it, but as spirit would have it, I do not have the funds for this month. You're like, you know, like if spirit would have it that way, if I don't have it, then spirit would have it that way, you know. It's like, I tried my very best. I swear to God, I did. I tried, you know. I mean, like, I swear to you, I did. But this is, you know, this is what the spirit wanted me to come up with. So, you know, it's not being too hard on yourself. That's what it is. with the turn up. Yeah. So like you don't need to pull on the extras. What you get done is fine and enough. So okay. What else do you want to tell me? It's getting hot in this car. That's okay. Anything else? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. She was like, okay, I realize I have to depend on myself here, okay? And what other way to go about it, though? At this point, it's not really... like, at some point you have to fluctuate when you're... how do I say it? Well, I don't think I need to over-explain here on that, but it has something to do with scheduling. Oh, right. So sometimes it doesn't always completely have to do with budgeting in general, but a matter of scheduling. Like, budgeting is like kind of like a spiritual stock center, you know? If I got it, I'll go ahead and work it in. If I don't, then I'll, you know, I gotta buy some time. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, okay. So at least that adjustment makes life more tolerable. So I'm less likely to break down. And I'm just sharing this in case somebody's going through it. Okay, 3 of Wands. So you get what you like almost instantly when you think like, fuck. Okay, what next? Like, you know, I have to scurry around the hamster wheel again in order to get the rotation of $200 to pass go, you know? And it's like, okay, wait. There's like something about it's here. Something, okay, I don't know what's going on here. 3 of Wands in reversal after what I just said. Here, the time has come. I'm hearing the time has come. What is it? Who sings that song? Is it Pretty Lights? The time has come. Is it? Yes? No. The time has come. For what? For what? 2 of Wands in reverse. Discovery mode. Time has come to make further plans. Yeah. Yes. Yes, take a step back this time. Again. Okay, so it's reiterating the Hanged Man from the Queen of Pentacles. It's time, it's emphasizing, it's time for me to take a step back and make further plans. Like, what is your landscape supposed to look like? The Moon card, yeah, manifesting. Like, what is your new life going to look like? Structure it accordingly. So this is an internal challenge where I'm just minding my own business, keeping to my own. Bottom of the deck. Full confidence ahead. King of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like, yeah, mind your own business. So there's like no one to report to or rationalize with. So those are essentially what they're saying. Those are time wasters in this loop. Okay. Anything else? Last one? Or open? Okay, so last one. I asked if they wanted to do an open tab. So I think it's just the last one. 4 of Wands, yes, definitely a paradigm shift. This is, because like what we just said, yeah. So this is like a moving out. Move out. Dun, 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 dun. Don't mess around. Don't bring me down. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords in reversal, move out. Yeah, it's freeing yourself up. Okay. You know what somebody asked me yesterday? Like, I was surprised because this is like only the second time that I've seen this person. And I was surprised that they kept to their word about being there yesterday. And it's great that I can take things with a grain of salt now, because like I give people some leeway to be however they are. So I'm not like doggy in the window, you know, if people say that they're gonna show up, you know, I'm not jaded. I'm just like, what actually is gonna transpire, okay? Yeah, that's what it is. And so things transpired. So what he asked me was like, what do you like to do in your spare time? That felt like a fucking interview question. I'm like, well, you know, this pretty much consumes a lot of it, but at the same time, there are things that I've grown a liking to. There's, you know, comparability isn't, you know, I can list things with ease, but Yeah, definitely. If you look at it like that. Hmm. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it felt like a fucking interview question. I don't know. So it's like, okay, so what would is the like the perfect like genre, a movie, whatever, if you were going on a date? I'm like, I don't know. Like honestly, it's been so long that it just didn't seem like a reality anymore. It's like you excuse yourself a certain portion of your life because like I treat a certain portion of myself like one of my kids, which is like you've already been through a lot, and so we're gonna kind of take you away from that situation of like trauma. So yeah, uh it was a hard question to answer. Anyway, it is so what were we saying with regards to that? Anyway, freeing yourself up. It's not about being nonchalant. It's uh, it's giving yourself a breather. Yeah, before answering the question, it's like a long fucking pause sometimes. But you know, like I'm not like against the idea. It's just that's why I know if I feels like this, then I gotta, you know, pace myself. Um, yeah. Okay. So anyway, Page of Wands. What opened up to that is the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Emperor in reverse, and no, these two in reverse. Okay. So you start regardless. You know, you can't keep, you know, in hesitation until you're perfected to go on out there. What your idea is of okay, I'm ready, like perfection, like I'm ready. So so you still go out there again, and just like, okay, well, I'm the person that signs off on this shit, so I'm gonna like modify terms and conditions of what makes me happy. It's like who else, who am I reporting to, you know, when it comes all down to who am I reporting to? So there's that. Okay. Okay, so that was the last, that was the bottom? I think that was bottom. No, it opened up to Page of Wands, that's right. Okay. I think, yeah, I forgot that was supposed to be the last one. Anyway, proper goodbyes. So this is what's happening that I don't see that I should notice basically is like sealing the deal basically. There's a degree of uncertainty in navigating the unknown. Like once some energetic becomes absolute in its transaction to you with its intent to you, like there's no deciphering left to figure out. And so yeah, there's a degree of certainty in these ongoings. So what's going on that I don't see is closure. but it's not like, like train tracks stop at this end, whatever. It's not as alarming anymore. This is kind of like settling in, nestling in to your world, whatever background it is, yeah, or forefront. And so basically hidden here is just saying, you know, just trust that things are moving along accordingly. Yeah. Okay, they're saying I don't have to see everything. I don't have to see everything that's going on. What I don't see, what I'm not noticing, is not a detriment to me, nor my family. What I don't see, there may be some nefarious things going on, but I have enough watchers to cover, like, it's more than threefold. It's more than threefold. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, so this bottom, the top of the deck, the Empress in reverse. So even so, it's the softer side, the softer touch to being aloof, objective. It's like you're in this transaction, this dialogue with another person with as simple as like hanging a picture. Somebody's hanging a picture on the wall, you're too close to it. Like the Empress is taking a step back in the decor mode and like looking as to whether or not it's aligned. Both have the same goal in mind, the same intention. And it has nothing to do with like, how could you have a personal agenda in hanging up a picture? And so, oh, hi, oh, thank you. I'm okay, thank you. Not enough me. Not enough me. You know what I used to sign off with? Like, you're welcome very much. You know, you're welcome in advance. Kinda, anyway. So, hanging a picture, like, both same goal in mind. Like, there's no personal agenda to, like, figure into the picture. And if there was, like, oh my god, what? Like, oh, I don't know. What? I don't know why anybody would have a personal agenda hanging a picture. Anyway, I guess there are some side stories to that. I have enough experience to build in some side, you know, like some possibilities. But let's not go there. So, yeah, so the Empress is taking a step back. Like, this is my home. Yeah, let's figure this one out. If we want it to be intentionally crooked, let's get it right. So, there's that. There's some kind of dialogue there. Why do we even get to that? What's the top? Oh, Empress in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so, like, nobody's questioning the Empress when she, like, takes a step back. It's kind of assumed, like, there's a bigger picture that I think most catch on to. Why am I reading it like this? What? Yeah, because normally when I get the Hanged Man energy in its normal stance, I assume it to have some tinge of, like, shame. Like, you're going out there, but you cannot integrate. You cannot involve yourself. There's some kind of restriction bound to yourself in which, like, that separates you from the rest. And this is not, like, on the high horse type of energy. This is, like, I'm going through something, and I still need to be out here. I still need to witness and, like, be a part of life. But there's something, like, nailed to the cross type of energy. That's the image I'm getting. Like, I know this little facet of life is temporary, but yeah, there's a degree of, like, a little bit of shame in there, like, just embedded in it. But here, I don't get that at all. Like, so they're just saying, go on, you have nothing to be ashamed about. What the frick? And how you approach, you know, how to make any place your home, basically. Okay. All right, so there's that. Okay, so there are, I'll just do one for my collective, okay? Takeaway. 10 of Cups in reverse, look at that. You're so worthy. You know, like Bill and Ted's Excellent. No, Wayne's World. We're not worthy. No, you're so worthy. So worthy. Ten of Cups, like I said, Ten of Cups empty or pending is enough to say that you are capable of like retaining that much, like not, oh God, sorry. Human stuff. My face is leaking. Sorry. I didn't mean for you to witness that, but you can witness this, bitch. Just kidding. You can witness this, bitch. So, in life stuff, you tend to get over yourself. I know that was not the best visual, but case in point. So, yeah, okay, that's what they're saying there. Okay. So that was, did I get one for the, yeah, the Ten of Cups. Why did I not take that out? I don't know. I didn't take the Ten of Cups out. Why didn't I take the Ten of Cups out? I don't understand. Why wouldn't I take the Ten of Cups out? Hold on. Oh, yeah, I did. But then I faced it back. Like, that's why. That's why. Okay, I got it. Okay, let me just take these things out here. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so this is the rest of the deck. I kind of had it blended in. Okay. Do I get a clarifier for that Ten of Cups in reversal? No. No. I think some people just need to hear that. You're so worthy. Guess what? You're my best friend. That kind of energy. Guess what? You're so worthy. You're so loved. It's a more personalized version of saying, like a unionized version of saying you're blessed, you know? Because that could, yeah. That's what they're saying. Okay, so my 3 takeaways. First one is Page of Swords. Clocked in to learn. So, yes, when you clock in to learn, you don't have to be schooled. Okay? Second takeaway. The World's card. Finito, el fin. Done. See? Proper closures. Look at that. Yeah. So the clouds here are more billowy than what we initially started out with, which was somewhere around here. Anyway, the card is here, but the cards are more billowy here, happier, buoyant. Yeah, so this is happy with what you learned, like the gems of the journey. That's what that is. See, looking back on self, like from previous and current state, like looking at yourself like, you did me good. Thanks for passing the baton, basically. You see, remember? We talked about the World card having the 2 batons. I just wanted you to visualize. Okay. There's also someone on an inner circle looking at other learners on the outside. You know, they're still together, but it's like kind of like watching people progress. Like when you see the end of the like finish line, you're not done, you're not just exhausted, but like you're so at like a runner's high that like this is like, I don't think this is this unprecedented energy, you know, like when you're in it for your own race, like you go in with this right mindset, etc. You're done with your race, and like it's not just done. Like there are other players out on the field. Like you're curious, who's next, like to make the finish line. And so it's looking at it like that. Kind of, it's very supportive in its like morale. So there are people that, yeah. Okay, so that's good. This is boosting morale energetically. Yeah, I feel like that with my supporters, especially those that I've met out in the field that are just kind of like prying the can of worms open, like opening up Pandora's box kind of energy. Oh, the Devil card. What the heck is that? Well, it's a highly attractive card, almost obsessive. So maybe there's some like energy like that around, like controlling almost. I don't know. Let's get clarifiers. Page of Swords in reverse. Judgment. Okay, yeah. So this is your like top earnings almost. Like there's something about it where it's like you've proven like you've earned your stripes almost. Yeah, oh my god, I've earned my stripes. Okay, the world card clarifier. The high priestess, holy smokes, like you know your stuff, Tina. Like you finished it. You didn't just like make the mark, like you didn't just like get in, you didn't just like slide by the seat of your pants. You may have slid into like the visuals of it. You may have like energetic visuals, yeah, you may have, but at the same time, that was just your route. That was just your chosen route and method. But this is a clear win-win. Like this is valedictorian win, like crowning achievement win. So like you, like, what do you call it, squeeze every last droplet of juice from this particular learning. So to go from Page of Swords to the High Priestess, holy smokes, skipping grades. And I mean, I wouldn't, like, saying these things isn't like a confirmation to like humble boast. This is more like sometimes you need, like, it's not, I don't think I need confirmation really. You just like, it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear from my panel. It's encouraging. So yeah, okay, all right. So devil card, clarifier. So where's the other cards? I don't know, but the last thing that was provided, I just want to make sure, because like I had to pull a little bit of a transit. The last thing that was pulled to clarify the devil card, the third takeaway, is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So something's brewing. Like, I guess the drama becomes a little old and stale in scripts after a while. Like business being handled when it's disciplinary measures, like there's some kind of aggression in dealing with the imbalances, and so that is hidden from me so as not to weigh on me. Like so they want to keep things really light with me in this processing. So instead they're having me focus on like massive attraction, and so it recalibrates things. Like, what does that compute for you in any transactive, like, experience? And just like at the bare minimum level, and like what's the benchmarker to it. And so it's recalibrating, and because of like that little hold up, that interruption, I'm supposed to pull 2 cards, because there's something about a transit, especially having to do with the theme of a paradigm shift, that it's transpiring, and it's rather a quiet energy. So yeah, like when a flower blooms, it doesn't like announce it. There's like no real triggering like notification yeah, to it when it unfolds. So I don't even know. I just got busy trying to envision it to the point where I forgot its association. But nevertheless, it's legit. So here, I'll get 2 cards to clarify that clarifier. Okay, one is having to say bye-bye. 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 Yeah, this is like the follow-through of like goodbyes. And then Page of Wands in reverse. So yeah, this is like pre-new start. You see? Interesting. It's like a new start is about to happen. This is like okay, so basically like the darkness or whatever, let's consider that the gunpowder, and then this is the spark right here. So whatever's like ashes to ashes, dust to dust, like say gunpowder, like kind of just work our way into this. Then there's a spark, so there's like a blow up, like so this blow up is almost like, this blow up is a glow up basically. So we're talking about like, I don't know, think about like Bruce Willis movies, you know, there's some kind of adventure, like there's some kind of spirited adventure to it. So not everything is like downtrodden in experience. So there's so much more left waiting out there for you, especially with this high magnetism here and the transit that was motioned, you know, with the phone getting too hot. And oh my gosh, so in transit, I'm like, oh my God, do I want to air that? I don't even know how that looked. My tears coming out of my nose, basically. That's functionally what that is. I'm like, don't freak out, people. It's just tears coming out of my nose. Yeah, basically. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all patience provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Awesomely appreciate it. Thank you to all my supporters. Whether, you know, background, forefront, you know, alongside, thank you. Yeah. Thank you to my anomalies. That's it for now. I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions, properties from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity, to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus points and supply. That's it. That's it. That's all for now. Okay, phone closing the portal in this reading. I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mind with their appropriate karmas too, assisting with the sequence of roll out, blow out. Love, I close the portals in this reading. Now.